Population 68,000. Capital city Key West. Prime Minister Dennis Wardlow. Flag. Official language English. Currency sand dollars. While some of these may sound like official statistics of a country, the Conch Republic, consisting of the Florida Keys, is really anything but a sovereign nation. And even though you will see conch flags flying throughout the Florida Keys and see signs welcoming you to the Conch Republic, and even though Independence Day celebrations are celebrated every April, people there do not actually want to leave the United States. This is because the Conch Republic is basically one huge joke. A joke that everyone, including the US government and military, is playing along with. Welcome to That Is Interesting. I'm your host Carter. Today, the Conch Republic, the fake country inside Florida. It all started on April 23, 1982, when the US Border Patrol set up a checkpoint to look for refugees from Cuba. Here was the problem. The Florida Keys are connected to each other and the mainland by one highway. Many people use this highway to commute to Miami, which is a long drive, 3 hours from Key West, the main city of the Florida Keys. And for residents of the Keys and the 2 million tourists that travel there every year, this highway is essential. It's basically the only connection to anything else. This Border Patrol checkpoint was put in a very inconvenient location, right where the suburbs of Miami begin, but just before any other roads branch off the highway. Basically, if you wanted to leave the Keys, you had to go through this checkpoint. Now this was a big deal. 54% of the Florida Keys economy was tourism, and the checkpoint was a great inconvenience to both residents and tourists. The mayor of Key West, Dennis Wardlow, asked the federal government to remove the checkpoint, but they ignored his request. So he sat down to city council and made a plan. Why, they thought, must we cross a border if we are traveling throughout our own country? Borders only exist between independent nations. So if the government put a border between the Keys and the rest of the country, they must be declaring us an independent nation. So they declared the independence of the Conch Republic, basically as a way to draw attention to the problem of the checkpoint and to boost local tourism, making it a micronation or fake, unrecognized country that has no sovereignty over the land it claims. The Conch Republic then declared war on the United States, and Wardlow went to war by hitting a naval officer on the head with a stale loaf of Cuban bread. After 1 minute, Wardlow surrendered and the war was over, so he asked for $1 billion of foreign aid. For the next couple of years, things went well. People in the Keys were proud of the Conch Republic, it became a local symbol, and many more tourists visited because of it. They made flags like these, created a slogan, "We seceded where others failed," had Independence Day celebrations, sold passports and currency, which they named sand dollars, all while happily remaining citizens of the United States. Life was good for the Conch Republic. And then they were invaded. In September of 1995, the U.S. Army was planning to do a military exercise. Their mission was to pretend to invade an American island, pretending it was a foreign island, the whole time pretending the island's inhabitants were citizens of this foreign nation. They decided to do this fake invasion on Key West. And they didn't tell Key West they were doing this either. Seeing the military ships arrive, the people of the Conch Republic mobilized to fight back. They armed themselves with fritters, water balloons, and of course, stale loaves of Cuban bread. The US military then officially surrendered, stating that they, in no way, meant to challenge or impugn the sovereignty of the Conch Republic. The same year, there was a government shutdown, and the people of the Conch Republic invaded Dry Tortugas National Park to try to keep it open. It didn't work. Today, the Conch Republic is still going strong. It is an important part of tourism in the Keys and is something locals take pride in. Just go to a Conch Republic Independence Day celebration, where you'll see many Americans proudly waving their micronation's flag. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you learned something new. Subscribe for more content like this. I cover the countries, cities, people, and places of the world and beyond. These videos will leave you saying, "That is interesting."